But I remember we were in there and we were laying out like the Mexicals or something like that. I can't remember. I think it was Mexicals. And I just remember being hyped up and like I just remember just ripping off my shirt real quick and just throwing it. And we got to the back and Vince looks at me and he's like, you know what? The way you ripped off that shirt, he goes, I loved it. You guys remind me of Chippendales. Next week, I want you guys to come back dressed as Chippendales. I just want to see what it would look like. Just I got an idea. And I was like, I mean, okay, Vince, what am I going to say? No to Vince? I was like, all right. So went to our seamstress, got some Chippendale outfits made with the cufflinks and the tearaway pants and the bow ties and the suspenders and all that stuff. Came back, showed him, and he's like, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with you. Yep, that's what we're going to do with you. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I'll make it work, So already in my head, I'm like, okay, well, what's my whole character going to be like? And so I started thinking of people that were kind of like similar to that style that I can kind of feed off of. And I was like, it would be cool if it was like a Val Venus, like Ravishing Rick Rude type of mix up, kind of that kind of flavor. And Stephanie said, well, they want you to come up with a name. If you can think of some wrestling names, it's kind of like wrestling, but Chippendale or sexy or whatever. And so we're, brainstorming over the week. And one of the names that came up that I thought was pretty cool. I loved the thought of being called Weapons of Mass Seduction. I was like, that would be cool. It's wrestling, but it's sexy, and that'd be cool. So I told Stephanie. I remember everybody was in the ring. You know how you're warming up before the match starts. Everyone's in there training and stuff, and the writers are out there. The agents are out there, rather, not the writers, or agents. And I'm telling Stephanie right by the ramp, and I'm like, okay, Stephanie, how about this? Weapons of Mass Seduction. And she's like, I love it. She's like, that's great. That's great. And then out of the corner of my ear, I hear, why don't we call him the Swinging Richards? And I'm like, I look over and there's Michael Hayes chirping. And I'm like, that motherfucker. I'm like, all right, I see what's going on here. So he's like, that's hilarious. And of course, a couple of the other boys that are kissing his ass are laughing. And so he's like, you know what? I'm going to go tell Vince that right now. So he goes and, he goes off and I guess he went to Vince or whoever, the writers or whoever. And because sure enough, it's like, man, it's like maybe 5-10 minutes before I'm getting ready to go do my match. And Stephanie comes up to me and she's like, Tank, so there's a change. So you're not going to be Weapons of Mass Seduction. You're not going to be the Swinging Richards. It was too close to Stevie Richards. And then they thought of maybe just calling you the Swinging Dicks. And that's too on the nose. And so we're gonna call you the Dicks. And I said, okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to roll with this. I'll make this work. And I said, Steph, is there any way that we could spell this D-I-X? And she's like, no, they want you to spell it D-I-C-K-S. And I was like, all right. I'm going to do what I got to do. It's like, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, my mom's going to be so proud. So, but it's all good. But, so that was kind of how the Dicks got its name. It's just me ripping off my damn tank top and Vince getting a boner from it.